What's up, y'all? Happy Thursday. Yes, it's the Investment Instagram Live. I'm your host, Anthony Lee, A. Lee Real Estate. Tonight, we will be interviewing Dane. Dane is a general contractor in Philadelphia. Going to be dope. Chop, what up, homie? Going to be dope. We get to hear his story and his journey on how he got into the real estate game and how he transitioned from having a 9 to 5. So I'm super hyped. We'll give him a minute to jump on here. But definitely hoping everybody is having a good week, chasing them goals to begin in the quarter two. We got, some time to reach. If you didn't reach your goals in quarter one, don't get discouraged. Keep pushing. Quarter two, things are still possible. Make sure you tap in with somebody that can help pull you up. Check your circle. Again, I'm telling y'all the success and the different things that have been happening in my life is because I've been getting in different rooms and hanging with different people that I'm not going to say I wouldn't normally hang out with, but people have been helping me that I wouldn't think would help me. So, getting in those different rooms has been able to help me. And it's just genuine love. I help them, they help me, and, we don't ask nothing more, nothing less. So definitely try to expand your circle, expand your reach, and you'll see, what your income is doing when you start doing that. So, again, we'll give Dane a minute or two to jump on here. See where he is. But like I said, I know for me right now, I'm super hyped. I just put the refi in for my 6-unit apartment building that I just bought back in January. So, we was able to get that renovated and fully rented within like 45, 60 days. So now we're in the process of putting that refi application in. For those who don't know, when you buy a property, you rehab it, you get it rented, and then you refinance it. That's how you're able to pull your money back out, get your capital so that you can go to another property. Or, just imagine you refi. I'm just throwing a number out there. You refinance and get 50K back. Is that enough money for you to quit your job? Is that enough money for you to fund the lifestyle for you and your family? So, when you had those kind of options, doing the refi game is crazy. 8:30 a.m. What are you asking? To be me, what are you asking? Not sure what you asking, but if you want to ask it again, go ahead. But definitely share this out. Share this out. Going to be a dope live. Just giving Dane a couple minutes to get locked in. Dun, 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 dun. Let's see. So definitely appreciate you guys tuning in. For those who don't know, again, my name is Anthony Lee, A. Lee Real Estate, licensed agent, investor here in Philadelphia. Every Thursday night, we do lives interviewing other investors that are local or not local, but we get to tell their story and share their journey on how they were able to, reach their success in their entrepreneurship journey. And for some people, we have entrepreneurs who still have a 9 to 5, so we like to share that story as well. Tonight, our special guest, Dane, we want to share his story, highlight his journey, and, share how he was able to get out of the 9 to 5. Oh. All right, but while we wait for him, I'll just go back and share my journey for some people who don't know. I started out, my college degree is in social work. I took my degree, just trying to get a degree. So for sure, Lonnie, for sure. I tried to get my degree. Basically, it was like, yo, get a degree. Your mom and dad tell you, get a degree, get a good job. You'll be able to retire and, live a great life. All will be well. So, I got my degree in social work. I did social work for a little bit. Then I switched to a job basically doing like trash truck or sanitation work for the Yaden Borough. And then I got laid off, but nobody talked about getting laid off. And I don't know if has anybody else on this live ever been laid off before? It's a shitty feeling. So, I got laid off on New Year's Day. I'm talking about we had to be in the office at 7 a.m. They called me in the office at 7:05 before I can even, get my stuff out my locker and get situated. So that feeling of being laid off was like, I never wanted anybody to be able to control my destiny or my future ever again. I was already at my goal to have a job was always use the job, buy real estate, or start a business, and eventually you won't need a job. So like with me, I never knew, like nobody ever told me how it really looks to be an entrepreneur, what it's like to chase your goals. So I just knew like, yo, if you got a job and then you could be a part-time entrepreneur, like after work and on weekends kind of thing. But when I got laid off, it was like, yo, I gotta go, just go all in and just try to figure it out. So I did that for a while. I got my real estate license. Once I got my real estate license, it was like, yo, I'm out here, I'm an entrepreneur. However, people didn't tell me like, yo, as an entrepreneur, especially in the beginning, money comes in cycles. So you might have a good week here, you might have a good week next week, you might have a bad week the next 3 weeks straight. So you definitely have to learn to pace yourself when you're chasing this goal, right? So it took me a minute. I had some good runs. I was doing okay at the time. I didn't have no kids, and I still was managing to stay in my mom's back room while I'm still chasing these dreams. And the cool thing was back then Obama was in office, so I was able to get the unemployment while I still was trying to be an entrepreneur and get my business running. But it came to a point where I moved out, and next thing you know, I got bills on top of bills. So, the unemployment ran out, and now I only have myself. Got to depend on myself. But luckily, like I said, I had my degree. So when stuff got tough and I was trying to figure life out, I was able to pivot, go back and get a social work job. I used that social work job basically to, give me stable income. And a lot of people are like, yo, I don't want to have a job. I hate it. Look, I didn't go to my job because I liked it. I didn't go to the job because it was a situation where, you know, I knew it was like my passion. No, I literally just needed the job so I could have consistent income and that I can basically just have some stability while I'm still figuring out the business in real estate, right? So you got to get out your head and just remember, stay humble. It's a process. It's a process. So like the cool thing is though, having a job, I was able to get bank loans, business credit, buy real estate by having a job way easier than when I was trying to do it just as a full-time entrepreneur. And the thing too, back then when I first was doing it, they didn't have all these banks where you could just do stated income. Everybody wanted tax returns. So for me at the time, having that job, again, it gave me stability and it gave me the money that I can use to basically fund my goals of being an entrepreneur in real estate. So, it took me a minute. I think I kept that job probably for like 3 years. And then I went to an Eric Thomas conference. And at the time, I was killing it in real estate and I had a few properties. And I think I probably might have did like 1 or 2 flips already. The flips weren't successful, so it wasn't like the flips made me rich, but I did get out of them. I paid everybody back. I made a little bit of money starting out, but the main thing was I had the experience now and I had the taste of being able to complete a renovation and sell it, right? On top of having the rentals. But the thing about it was, for me, that was pushing me to really quit my 9 to 5 was that I was losing money being tied to the 9 to 5 versus, you know, if I was full-time being an entrepreneur, I'd have had more opportunity being in the street and having the flexibility and freedom. But again, I had to get that stability. So, a lot of people, they jump off the porch or they jump out there really soon before they get that stability of the income part. And the main thing is I tell people, if you don't have at least 3 months saved up of income, and if you don't have like your personal debt, being an entrepreneur is not going anywhere. But you don't want to be an entrepreneur and already be drowning or already be just barely getting by. You want to give yourself some cushion so that once you do hit some momentum financially, you can catapult. So, if you can cut down on your debts, if you can cut down on the unnecessary things you don't need as you're pursuing your business or the side endeavor, I'm telling you, it'll be a lot easier if you do the disciplines of having 3 months worth of savings, having good credit, and then minimizing your personal debts. I think I just seen Dane jump in here. Let me see. if that goes through. But, you know, if you can minimize those debts, I'm telling you, life will be a lot easier because, again, you don't want to start a business. I'm telling you, don't ball out prematurely is what I be telling the young folks. So it's like, yo, if you got, I'm just saying, just say you finally get a bag, you finally hit a lick, you make 10 grand, but you got 7 grand in back debt, you don't really feel the increase. But your mind is going to trick you and tell you, yo, you up. But don't forget that back debt is still waiting for you. So, you know, again, you got to be patient with it. Just say you got the 7 grand in debt. You got 10 grand you just made. You make, I'm sending it to you. Dane, I'm sending it to you again. No, a strip closed today, Lorenzo. That wasn't me. Dane, are you trying to do this on a laptop or computer? You got to do it from your phone. You can't do it from like a laptop or something. You got to do it from your phone. Dane, you in there? Did you hear me? You got to do it from your phone, Dane. We trying to get Dane back up, get Dane up here. Dane, did it go through? Neo DeViso, what's happening, good brother? How you? Did it go through, Dane? All right, while we waiting for Dane, so basically what I was saying is, yo, again, don't ball. Just send the invite, Dane. I'm sending it to your company page. I sent it there 3 times. Invite to join. I just sent it again, Dane. You on your phone, right? Just make sure you on your phone so it'll come through. All right, I got you, Zoe. But yeah, so what I was saying is that balling out prematurely, right? So while you're in this journey and you're trying to put yourself in position to quit the 9 to 5, having those things in place again. So it's like a lot of people want to jump out there, be like, I hate my job, I just can't stand it, yada yada yada. Your job, your 9 to 5 is not made for you to necessarily like it. It's the 9 to 5 is supposed to provide a purpose. So whether it's to be able to provide a roof over your family's head, whether it's to be able to help you get funding, whether it's to be able to just help you put food on the table, that's what the 9 to 5 is for, right? But at the end of it, you got to know what your goal and what your vision was. I always knew my goal and vision was to, again, to be self-employed, to be the Diddy of real estate, for me to be able to, here we go, for me to be able to be independent and have freedom. Let's see if it went through. There we go.
Yo, my fault, fellas. My fault, man.
It's all right, man. No, I'm like, I sent it, but no, it's all good, man.
No, so I'm on my computer.
Yeah, you can't do it from your computer. You on your phone?
That's new to me, dog. I ain't know that. Like, I'm trying to get on the computer and shit. And I'm logged out my regular page now. Like, I don't even know.
You don't know
I'm
the
locked out
password.
that shit, so I gotta figure that out. But what's up, dog? My fault.
We appreciate you joining. We got the owner of BD headquarters, BD, right?
BD, baby.
Yes, BD headquarters, Dane. Welcome, man. If you could go ahead, just introduce yourself, tell the people a little bit about yourself.
So my name is Dane Davis. Who you want to talk about? Like how we met? Like what?
No, just a little bit about you.
Oh, my name is Dane Davis from Southwest Philly. I got 3 daughters, a wife, married, and
your daughter, your youngest, just turned 1.
2. She just turned 2 yesterday.
Okay, congratulations.
I got a 9-year-old, 6-year-old, and a 2-year-old. Yep.
That's what's up.
Girl dad for real. Girl dad for real.
Nah, so I mean, for you, how is it being a girl dad though? Because I got 2 boys. So what's it like for you?
I mean, it's challenging. I know that girls are easier when they're younger, So I guess it's easy right now, but I know the hard thing is when they get older and, you know, start asking to bring boys in and all that stuff. I'm gonna be dealing with.
Oh, oh, woo,
I'm
woo,
just being
woo.
real. Like, you got, but I mean, yes, it's all right. It get a little hectic when it's a lot of estrogen around me, and I just gotta, you know, take a step out and be like, yo, let
I
me get
need
my,
to,
let me breathe.
everybody got attitude about something.
Oh my goodness, yeah, for real. Other than
Okay.
that, it's a man. I'm blessed.
Well, you know somebody always gonna take care of you. That's one thing for sure,
Oh
though.
yeah, yeah. When I'm
You
old and wrinkled, I'm gonna make sure they gonna take care of me. I got got 3 chances on that.
right, right. But
Yeah, for real.
but but with that, that kind of leads into the segue part. So for you, having your daughters and thinking about your future, is that what made you get into real estate, or what made you get into real estate?
So honestly, me getting into real estate is something that I've been thinking about since before I had children. I mean, both my parents, they own property, and it was just something that I always knew that I needed to do in the back of my head. And when the time was right, I just kind of jumped on it.
When you say you needed to do, what do you mean? Like what's that
As as
mean?
far as like as far as like I knew that owning was more important than just renting and just putting money somewhere where it's really not bringing anything back. And I knew real estate was like, if you're going to own a house, you got to live somewhere anyway. So you're going to own your own house, you're going to live there. Like, I looked at it like that, not as much as an investment standpoint of, you know, having
Right,
stuff like that. I just wanted to own my own house. Like, I always wanted
right.
that.
You was gonna pay somebody's mortgage. You figure it might as well be yours.
Exactly.
I
Exactly.
got you. So did you have a background in real estate, or like what's your background in? You got a college degree? You got any trade
Yeah,
licenses, or
I graduated from Temple University. I'm a licensed GC. As far as like from 2019, I've been a licensed GC. So yeah, but as far as the background, so my dad, he was a housing inspector for 20 years. So,
okay?
and when I was living in my house, like I'm the oldest, so I'm always helping them do things around the house. So when it got to become my turn and I owned my own crib, I started, you know, first I was getting quotes from people and I'm like, no, that's too high. I'm like, wait, I was talking to me and my wife, and I'm like, because we need our kitchen done. I'm like, we could do the kitchen. Let's just try it out. And
Right.
then things start turning. Then we need the bathroom done. I was like, let's do it ourselves. Like, forget everything. So that's how it started. I started realizing like, yo, I can do this. You know what I mean?
So you bought your own house, then renovated your own house
Mm-hmm.
in like gradual progressions.
Mm-hmm.
Used your house as the model house.
Yep.
That's what's up.
So
So did
the first crib I bought was in 2016. I bought a duplex. So I did the FHA, the house hacking. I did that. That's exactly what
okay,
I did. So I already knew that was the method. Um, so when I did that, instant rent, you know, coming right there because we already had tenants in the downstairs.
right.
Upstairs, we did the paint ourselves. Like I said, we did the kitchen. My little brother and my dad helped me with that a lot. My dad actually renovated the first floor kitchen. I mean bathroom. My bad. And the second one we just did ourselves. Me and my wife was just like, you know, we just gonna do this ourselves.
That's
Pop,
what's
if
up.
we
Why?
need to, we gonna, you know, you gonna help us out. But right now we think we got this. So
Okay.
and
Now,
also
so
my wife's family, they like when I met her, it was the common goal of like owning real estate. Like, so she kind of propelled me to it because I'm like, yo, I got a partner that's like in the same mind frame as me. That's what's up. So her parents actually do the same thing. Like, they renovate their own stuff.
uh-huh.
I come from, you know, when my dad was going through, like when my dad his profession and everything. So everything just worked out.
So the stars aligned for you. That's what's up. And then on top of that, you found a partner that wasn't scared or like, no,
Exactly.
let's not do that. She understood the goal and the progression of it. So that's what's up. That's
Exactly.
what's up. And
Yep.
you had pop in the back pocket,
Yep.
case whenever you need it. Like, yo, let me call my pop real quick.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
So so let's back up though. So you said you went to Temple. What you get your degree in?
Human resources.
And what did you do when you came out of college?
So when I first came out, yo, honestly, this stuff get hazy because I don't even care about it no more. But when I first came out, I think I was working at Abercrombie and Fitch as a manager. Because
Okay.
when I was in college, I was working there. I think I was 19, 18, 19. I was working there, and so when I left after I got out of Temple, I'm getting all these job interviews, but I'm not landing no jobs. So I knew that the back pocket was there. So I went over there. I was there for 3 months, and I finally got an offer at Allied Universal, the place Ricardo worked at, Allied Universal,
Right.
and there for 5 years. And that 5 years, I mean, the first 3 was cool, and like as like I'm starting to work on my house more and start like my mind's turning on what could like propel with this, I started like getting real almost depressed, like being there. Cause it's like
Ooh.
this is wasting, this is taking up my time. I know I could do more. It's just stuff in my head where I knew I could do
So
more.
but wait, before we jump into that part, right? So
Yeah.
got your degree, had your jobs,
Mm-hmm.
but your vision, because I just was talking about this before you jumped on, your vision was always, I need this job to get me to where I'm trying to go.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
So can you talk about that? Because I feel like a lot of people, especially now with social media, is like, yo, just quit your job, be an entrepreneur. And I'm trying to tell people, being an entrepreneur is not sweet.
Yeah.
And like to be a true entrepreneur, it takes time.
Yes. Yeah, it takes time. So I bought my crib in 2016, right? I'm already, I think, a year in the job. So um
But you use that job to get you the pre-approval to buy the crib.
absolutely, I wouldn't have got that crib without the pre-approval. Not the FHA way, not that way. I wouldn't have
Right.
got
To
it.
be able to put 3.5% down.
Yep. Only 3.5%. Yep. So I got the house. I'm working on the house. And then so honestly, it was a point where I was reaching out to my good friend Patrick June.
Mm-hmm.
So he went to Temple with me. And I knew he was doing big things in real estate. So I reached out to him. I'm like, yo, man, how are you getting these cribs so like at high volume like this? Like I'm trying to do that because I got this one crib. Like, how can I like elevate it with that? And
Right.
he gave me the game, and I just took it from there. So, but in the meantime, I'm renovating my bathroom, my kitchens and stuff. I started like renovating things, like doing small jobs for other people. So I started realizing like, I could do this. So in the beginning stage, when I'm thinking about when Pat's telling me the game, I'm thinking like the whole time, yo, I might can frame up. I'm thinking about doing it myself, like the
Right.
whole time. But as things got bigger, I started realizing like you just need to build a team and let them do the big stuff. But
Okay. So for you, when did the light like really click for you, like in regards to like, all right, I think I'm ready to quit my gig? Cause like so like for you, you got the 9 to 5, you used it to buy the first crib. First crib now you in there. Did you buy another crib like right away? Or like how long was the gap between buying the first crib and the second crib?
so a lot of things happened. So here's what happened. I bought the crib in 2016. Me and my wife got married 2018. And we used the money we got from the wedding to buy a house 3 blocks down, like a single family house. We felt like it was getting too cluttered just in the little unit.
Right.
So we bought the house. And that's when I started thinking like, yo, how can we get more? How can we get more? Let's borrow from this house. Let's borrow from the other house. But I just didn't really understand the best way to do it. So
Mm-hmm.
things start turning all at once for me. Because when we left the duplex, we had to, fix that up to rent it out. And I'm just thinking like, I want to get another multifamily. Like I want to get another crib.
Right.
What I ended up doing was I got a home equity line out on the duplex I first bought. And
Okay.
that's what helped me. But the next deal I got was actually from Pat, a wholesale from Pat.
Okay.
And all this was happening all 2019 summer. Like everything was just hitting me all at once. And I just had to figure it out and put it all together. Like I knew I can get this house from Pat, but I'm like, okay, I need X amount to put down. How can I get that money? So things just start turning for me at the right time. Like I just said, I'm getting my GC license. So I worked on that while I was working. And I was doing my OSHA test at the job with the headphones on, like clicking from page to page, just trying to get that done. Like you just gotta, like, if you're about to be on your way out, you just gotta grind and just figure it out. But definitely don't just leave without no plan though, because I had a plan. It might not seem like I did, because I know a lot of people seem like I just jumped out of nowhere and just started doing my own thing. But I had a plan. Like that whole
Right.
summer, 2019 summer, I was working.
Right. Well, you was putting the plan in motion. That's why the
Yeah,
momentum in 2019 hit like that. So one thing you said, yo, I was networking. I reached out to somebody I connected with through a college relationship. So like
right.
one of the things I talked about early on, I feel like depending on your circle, depending on where you're from, whether you get a crazy degree or a little degree, whatever you want to call it, I feel like most people should at least go to some form of college or continuing
Oh
education
yeah, yeah,
because you're paying for the network. You
yeah.
can't all these networks going to LA Fitness or these networks going to the local bar or happy hour. Like
No,
you
that's
might
true.
people, but it's not the same. But you built a genuine bonding relationship with somebody that now he put you on game, gave you some information that you took and added to what you already was implementing. And next thing you know, you plugging and playing. In
Hell,
addition
yeah.
to, like you said, I had a job. Nobody really knew what I was doing. But look, I'm putting the work in, my wife putting the work in. We keeping our head down and we just pumping. Next thing you know, 2016 to 2019, listen, it's there. You firing on all cylinders, just waiting for it to all catch up now. Because in
Yep.
your head, you was already there.
Yep.
So what was that progression for you? Now you got the wholesale deal that you just got from Pat. You moved your family into a house where y'all more comfortable now. You was able to even get the line of credit because once again you had W-2 income. So
Mm-hmm.
now you get the line of credit off the house. That's really, and that line of credit, I take it, use that as the down payment to buy the property off Pat
Yep.
Jr.
Yep.
So now
Absolutely.
you're leveraging the bank's money to make you more money.
Yep.
That's what's up, man. So just
Everybody send this to 10 people so we can get more people in this live, man. I see 17 people. We need more people in this joint. Send this going out to 10 people, everybody.
no, it's gonna be people coming in, especially it's about to be 9 o'clock, people getting the kids and stuff together. But even with that, man, that's really dope. And the fact that, like you said, you're talking about a 3-year swing that things can just change like that. So I mean, in that swing, like not the quitting part of the job, but like what were some of the things that you say like that you learned um just being in position per se, or like trying to be able to accomplish the goals that you had that were really great goals?
To be honest, I got fired, bro. I ain't even quit. I was about to jump out the door, but they fired me. Y'all want to hear that story or no?
We'll want to hear it because I mean I feel like
Nah,
because
so
they might have. Would you say your performance was lagging because you was
so
preoccupied?
yeah, I mean that's what they said. I was doing data entry, so it's all about the numbers. The numbers was theirs, but they used that because they knew I was slacking, I guess, from a mental standpoint. So they just wanted to use that. But so what happened was the the CFO sent an email to me by accident saying that they was gonna fire me.
What?
Yeah. So I guess the guy they was sending it to name was Dan. This silly behind. So I saw that. All I said was that was very, very professional. That's all I wrote back. And it was around 3 o'clock. So I just dipped.
You
Like,
just rolled.
I just rolled. I said it's over. Like, but when I left, like I felt so much weight coming off my shoulders. Like when I walked out that door, because it's like it was one of those like I know Steve Harvey used to say like, get pushed off the cliff or something he be saying in his book or something. Like that's how I felt. I felt like I was ready. I felt like I was almost ready, but you never really ready. You always want to feel like you're almost ready. You always want to feel like, no, I need to do a little more, And you look back, you wasted another 10 years. So it's like the fact that I got pushed out and then I had to just figure it out, that I felt like that was a blessing. Like I thanked them for really, really honestly. Like
Why you
it,
think them? Why would you?
because I feel like I mean, like I already had stuff in motion, but I feel like it'd have been too much weight on me trying to juggle everything when I was ready. Like mentally, I was definitely ready.
Right.
So I feel like the time is now. Like there's no point in waiting till later. And then the pandemic hit too, so I had just enough time to get ready before the pandemic hit. So
Right. Right. Okay. So all right. So now you out here. Can you talk about the beginning phases of being out here? Like knowing what you know now, if you had to go back, would you change anything of those first couple months or that first year of being out here self-employed? And I only say that because I tell people, for me, I learned the hard way. I was out here, and then I feel like I balled out prematurely, not being prepared for when the momentum ain't rolling or when the money ain't coming in. But I was living like it's gonna keep coming every day.
Right. So as soon as I got fired, one of my homies, he had a job for me to do his bathroom, kitchen, flooring. So I did that. I made some. I mean, for that at that time, it was like nice money. I was like, bet I came right out of here, made some bread. But as far as me doing something different, I don't know. I don't know, bro. I think I wouldn't have changed the way it happened. To be honest with you.
Well,
I
not
mean,
change about the job, but I mean just as far as like maybe how you move. Like you feel like, yo, you might have if you'd have known what you know now, would you adjust anything or would you operate differently?
um, honestly, no. I can't think of nothing. I think
That's
everything was
that's
moved
fine.
for me
No,
personally. For me personally, I
okay,
think everything happened the way it was supposed to happen.
okay. No, that's good money. That's nothing wrong with that. Um, so now I guess your progression, how is everything in regards to like what are you doing now in your real estate business? Are you still doing GC work for people?
Yeah,
Are
so I'm
okay,
learning a system that's working for me where I'm still buying houses for myself, and that's the long term goal. Like the residual income, and then I'm doing GC jobs for other people. So that's bringing in the every 2 weeks or whatever to make sure the
that's
bills.
five money.
Yeah, so
Right.
that's the system I got right now, and it's working pretty good. Like the one thing I know, you gotta make sure them jobs is rolling with me personally because that like drought of not having nothing coming in. Like say for example, I got like 5 jobs going on and I ain't get a check in 3 months. Like I gotta make sure when I do get those checks, I gotta budget that in a completely different way than I'm budgeting. I'm getting paid every 2 weeks. No, I know it's coming. Like
Right.
that ain't no real budget. But that's challenging for me. I'm still figuring that out, honestly. And I feel like I'm gonna forever figure that out because I'm still gonna try and grow and get bigger. So the more money come in, you gotta make sure you budget in a different way, like every time. So
And making those adjustments.
making those adjustments, yeah. So I
And
that's
would
now that's a challenging thing, and making sure like I'm putting things aside for like right now. I know that right now I don't have a 401k now, so that's another thing I'm trying to work on and figure out like what can we put aside for that. So when I'm tired of doing this completely, it's something coming in that's gonna still fund my lifestyle, our lifestyle. You know, me and my family and stuff like that. So.
I got you. Yeah, so funny you said that. So I just did the 401k last year.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and that's also another tax write-off for you with the income.
Mm-hmm.
Um, in addition to life insurance. So like if you get you a whole life policy,
Got
you
that.
know, right, Lord willing, don't nothing happen to it, and that thing will be worth something, you know, and we could cash out on something just because, like, yo, you know, I got something for the family, but I got something for me.
Mm-hmm.
Lord willing, make it to 55 or whatever, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna take all that money and go buy a boat.
Right.
You know what I mean? Gotta treat ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so that's one of the things you could check out. But so what about the credit piece? Did credit, would you say that that have anything also to do with, you know, some of the opportunities you had and, you know, your growth?
So I'm telling you, man, like I was putting things in play, not even knowing that it was going to help me. So when I got out of school, when I got out of college, I missed 2 payments of my student loans.
Okay.
That dropped my credit down. I think that joint was in like the high fives. So when I
Okay.
finally looked at what it was, I'm like, yo, this is crazy. So I'm talking to Brittany, my wife, and I'm like, yo, like, how can we get this credit up? How can I get my credit up? This is horrible. Like, we need to. So she actually helped me in getting my credit up, like calling the bureaus myself. Like, at first I was using, I don't even remember what I was using, but they was helping me a little bit, but I was paying $100 every 2 weeks or a month or something. But I ended up figuring out how to just fix my credit myself. And ever since then, my credit ain't go under like 650. You know, it goes up and down, but I made sure my credit like
Within,
stays. Yeah, so the credit helped me get a lot of funding that I'm using now.
okay.
Yeah. You need credit no matter what. Job, no job, you need credit, man.
So And then I guess it's not I guess, but as far as the GC part, you being able to rehab properties.
Hmm.
So it's like tell us like for some of the people that are, or even for some of the people that are looking to figure out how to get into real estate, because you're in real estate in so many different ways, but you having your GC license, that's a specific trade or asset that you have. So it's like, what would you say to people trying to get into real estate on the construction side? Like, what do you need to do?
Um, well, you need to get your OSHA 30. You need to get insurance. Um, and
Like car insurance, or what you mean?
you need to get yeah, car insurance. You need to get car insurance. You need to get the OSHA 30, and that's pretty much it. And you gotta know what you're talking about and develop a nice team that's going to get the job done because your face is on that.
And the other insurance too, liability insurance
Liability,
for the.
you need liability insurance as well. That's damn. I don't even know why I missed that. That's important. That's very
Okay.
important. So liability insurance, the car insurance, and then you need your OSHA 30. You can go ahead and rock. I think Philly's pretty easy getting that stuff. Of course you got to go down to Illinois. They're annoying as hell, but other than that, it's pretty easy to get the actual stuff. But then your name is on everything, so now you got to make sure that people doing the right things. Like whatever team you got to make sure they're doing it the right way. You want to see who I'm
So
talking to?
how do you
Order
how,
pizza.
how do you find how do you find a team in regards to being able to build it out? Because like in Philly, like everybody hate contractors in Philly, so it's like
Yeah.
how did like what's some of the tips like that have helped you find your team or find the people that you rock with?
So I put this on my story a few times. I don't put it on nowhere near enough, but how I find my team is I'll actually literally go up to like in an area where they're doing a lot of building, a lot of renovating. Literally just walk in there, see the good job they doing or whatever, and get business cards. Just keep getting
Okay.
business cards. And then you can find specific trades. Like if it's somebody you need somebody to do concrete, you find somewhere they doing concrete. You see they driving all around. Like they got their information on their truck, all that
Uh,
stuff. So just find those people. Um, the only thing is when they actually get on your job, you got to make sure they're gonna do what they got to do and not like play around. Because a lot of people like to play around. Because like what I'm doing, I'm literally just hiring contractors, to do the work. But a lot of them don't like to deal with certain things in a certain light. So that's where I gotta overshadow everything and make sure that they're doing stuff the right way. Um,
okay.
I use Hispanics too because they work their behind off. They don't talk. But the thing about them is if they can, they will rig your stuff up. Because they actually know what they're doing, but if they know they can get out of a job faster, they're
They
gonna just
move.
put
They want to
it
move
together,
fast.
and get out of there. That's
I
why no. We got to make sure this is right. This ain't code. They're not gonna know what that is, but you gotta let them know, like, yo, you gotta do this the right way. You gotta do this way. Like, that's all. You just being a boss. That's all.
So, but you just hit on something where you said doing it right. So, how'd you find out what was right versus what's wrong?
Honestly, my pop, he knows, yo, this dude know how to build a house from the ground up. Like, he knows how to do that. So there's a lot of things I was picking up on him, but when like where I'm at now, I was actually learning from licensed people. Like I would, talk to some licensed electricians, licensed plumbers, people that license, like not licensed in concrete, but just do concrete. That's it. And I would just pick their brains and see what they're doing, go on their site. Like, why'd you do the concrete this way? Why'd you do the plumbing this way? And I just start
Okay.
that.
And what would you say is like one of the hardest things, or how do you deal with the hard parts of managing all these subs and contractors?
How do I deal with it? My
Yeah,
my wife helps me deal with it. And
that's what's up.
her name is Annie Britt, if y'all want to know who my wife is. But yeah, she's behind the scenes. She does like a lot of the paperwork and a lot of stuff to just keep things calm. But as far as managing them, you just gotta, like, you can't treat anybody like they're less than you. So I always, like, if I got a certain team on the job, I'm preferring them as partners. You know what I mean? Because
Hmm.
at the end of the day, if they don't do what they're doing, I'm not getting
It,
paid. They're
right.
not, like, so we all got to work together. So you can't make people feel less than they are. Also, you just got to have a calm attitude with a lot of things. Like if they're doing something wrong, don't just be all hype screaming at them or whatever. Whatever people normally do if they just annoyed. You just got to
Right.
kind of feel. Now, because I'm dealing with me. I got to deal with them, and I got to deal with the customers too. So
Right.
dealing with customers is sometimes tough because a lot of people got different
Expectations.
expectations, different insights. A lot of people like to be sneaky too. Like, you don't know how many times I'll go on a job. We'll have a list of everything they told me that they needed done. When I get on the job, they pay the deposit. Oh, I thought we were doing this too. I thought we were doing that too. No, 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 no. We're not gonna play that game. We're not gonna
they,
play that game. Why it's good to like have all documented. Huh?
they always try to slide an extra thing or two.
Yeah, and a lot of time, like I'm nice, so a lot of time I'll be like, all right, we'll do that for you. But if they do it too much, it's like, yo, we gotta do a change order. We need
You
to
give them a little bit,
talk.
they keep trying to take more.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of times it's smooth for the most part though. And like I think my personality and the way I just kind of I'm good at taking things on. Like the pressure is nothing to me. So I think that helps too because it seems somewhat easy to me, but I know it's not easy. And don't get me wrong, a lot of days I'm like stressed and trying to put things together. But I think me personally, it comes a little more easy to me.
Right.
So I'm able to just figure it out. But yeah, it is what it is. You just got to get to the finish line. That's my whole thing.
I got you. So, and like even in this process of you rehabbing all these properties and stuff, when did you have that aha moment on the contractor side? Like, yo, I really could do that work. Like, I'm that bull doing these rehabs.
When I got done the first one, when I got done my first crib, when I started seeing it actually coming together, because when I first started, I had a vision. Like I had what I wanted to get done, and
Mm-hmm.
and certain people would come in, they check it out, and then when it got to the stage where it's looking good, they even told me, they was like, "Yo, I ain't gonna lie to you, I ain't think you was gonna get this done. Like, good, yo, I ain't know what you had going on, what you thought you was gonna do, but you definitely executed." So that's kind of when I had the aha moment, when people started acknowledging that, yo, you really doing this. Like, that's what's up.
Right.
Yeah.
Nah, no, and I mean, I've seen your work. That house you did with Keith was super dope.
Oh yeah.
Work,
Keith,
clean craftsmanship.
thank you, Keith. Honestly, that was the best job I ever did so far,
Okay.
because I know Keith did his homework first. Like he knew the ins and outs of everything before he jumped in.
Yeah,
So it
Keith is
was,
meticulous like that.
yo, and I've known Keith for the long since we was 16. We was playing ball together, but
Okay.
on the AAU squad. But it went so smooth because he knew what he wanted. He knew how to explain it to me, and he just was so calm with things because he knew the game. You know what I mean? Like if you don't really understand the game too much, you kind of relying on my expertise. Sometimes people will think like, is he trying to get over? Like they might have that little in the back of their head, is he
Right.
trying to get over? But no, me and Keith was working together, and I literally only seen Keith twice the whole time we did it. That's crazy. And I told him before, I was like, bro, we only seen each other 2 times, and we got this whole joint rolling.
Right. But that mean you have a nice system and communication. And I
Yes,
think that's the part where whatever business you in, if y'all can communicate and have some type of transparency on what's what and where everything needs to be. Like you said, there's really no need for us to see each other every day, and because
exactly.
we waste time. You got stuff to do. I got stuff to do. Hey mamas, hey mamas, happy birthday.
Thank you. Now, communication is key, man, in everything. No matter what you're doing in life, communication is key, because it just makes it smooth for everybody. Whether it's good news, bad news, things going good, bad, you got to communicate. Because at the end of the day, everybody trying to get to that end goal, and to get there, you got to work together.
Got
You
you.
know what's going on. You confused about something. You don't want to speak up. Whatever the case may be, it's
Just
just
ask.
gonna go south, no matter what. So communication is 100% key.
Okay. So, question: if I were just say a random person walking up the street, what advice would you give them about wanting to pursue real estate and quitting their job?
Do your homework. Network with the right people. And believe in yourself. You gotta believe in yourself. Like that's probably most important, honestly. But yeah, networking, do your homework. You gotta do your homework because you don't want to get jammed up thinking you know it all or you got this and you just go ahead and buy a $300,000 property or whatever you're doing and that joint was worth 250 and you already
Right.
you already in the hole 50 grand or whatever, like whatever you're doing. But yeah, do your homework and network with the right people and believe in yourself.
Got your wife said find a good mentor. Definitely a good one. And then
That's
so for you,
networking, Britt. It's like no, yeah, find a good mentoring is definitely a thing. Yeah, that's definitely that's one too, because that's just gonna make things so much easier for you because they're gonna give you the blueprint, the struggles that they went through.
mm-hmm.
You're not gonna go through that because they're gonna tell you, yo, don't do it this way, don't do it that way. So already right there, you ahead. So yeah, finding a good mentor definitely is key. Thank you, Britt. Thank you.
So what about flips? Are you strictly buy and hold? Do you also do flips?
I got a flip that I'm working on right now in West Philly.
Okay.
That's actually gonna be my first quote unquote flip because the house that we first bought, we were trying to flip it and it got under contract, but they was asking for too much for us to do after. So we was like, you know what, we just gonna keep it. We know the area is good. It's in Mantua. We know the area is good. We just gonna rent it out. And we actually thinking about selling that thing this year though. But
Where the market is.
yeah, so but yeah, my first flip is gonna be this house I got in West Philly.
Okay.
100% flip. I'm not trying to keep this at all.
I got
But we got a few holds. I kind of just want to do multi-family holds now. So all the single family ones that I got, well, all of them. I got 2 single family ones. Trying to get rid of them.
okay, so that you could do the bigger multifamily.
Yeah. I'm trying to get to the big units, man. We all trying, but yeah. So
Okay. All right. And so tell us about, we always ask everybody,
mhm.
give us like your top 3 books or your top 3 podcasts.
Top 3 books. So man,
That's helped along this journey, or just they're gonna be books. It could be podcasts.
so Neil's podcast really helped me.
Okay.
I can't touch on the actual which episode, but his helped me a lot. The books, I'm getting a blank on it's just one book that I can think about. I'm getting a blank though. But as far as I don't know, another podcast I used to listen to. This dude. I forget what his name is. Stephen Graham.
Not familiar.
Yeah, he's this white dude. He live in L.A. I used to listen to him a lot when I was in a job because he was talking about a lot about L.A. real estate, and I knew that I want to get to L.A. eventually because I know that's a big behind market. But I used to listen to his things a lot, his YouTubes, and
Mm-hmm.
I really just listen to motivational stuff, man. Like there was a point in the job where I couldn't go to the job without headphones. Like I had to listen, like put my headphones in, tune everybody out, and listen to just motivational stuff to keep me going. So I know that when I get out of this hellhole for me, because I know I ain't gonna sit there and everybody like some people like 9 to 5s, but I knew I couldn't do it. So hellhole for me, I needed that motivation. So I really just go on YouTube and just click any type of motivational thing. To be honest with you.
Right. Not well. To your point, like you mentioned it earlier, like you felt like the job was kind of like it wasn't a breath of fresh air. It wasn't enjoyable. It was just like busy work per se.
Mm-hmm.
So I get it. So it's like, yo, having that headphones, having whatever in your head, it was helping you get through the day to, just to get through. And then after work, it's like, yo, I'm on and popping to these cribs.
It was keeping me sane, man. Like I swear, I was almost, yeah. I think I was depressed, yo. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Like I don't, like, and I'm only saying it because I knew I could have got worse. But I know that I remember there was one day I was driving to work, miserable as hell. Like it was raining. I hate
Mm-hmm.
when it's raining. I get like, most people got bad moods when it's raining. So I'm driving to work and I was really thinking like, yo, I don't feel like going to work at this job. I'm probably just about to just not go. So I called my wife. I said, Britt, if I just wanted to quit tomorrow, would you care? And that answer gave me all the confidence in the world to say, yo, I know what I'm doing. I'm doing the right thing. She said, whatever you gotta do, just go for it. I'm here for you.
That's dope. That's
Bet.
dope.
I
So
said, bet.
not only did she believe in the division, you know, and she also was supportive.
Yes, very. I mean, we bump our heads sometimes, but for the whole goal, 100% supportive, man. 100%.
Can we ask, how old are you, Dane?
You know how old I am, dog. I don't
I,
want to say I'm 34. Just turned 30 March.
no, so I was asking that, Dane, because you know, as black men, young black men, is like you don't like people don't openly talk about the marriage part and even the entrepreneurship. And I like to say like, yo, if you got the right home environment,
Mm-hmm.
it makes business that much more easier to
Yes.
do.
Listen, because when I left, she was still working, so that helped me know that, you know, if I'm not getting paid,
Bad.
she got it to cover some stuff. But yeah, man, that support system, that's helpful. Like you need a partner, whether it's your wife, a not a best friend, you can say best friend, but a partner, somebody who's helping you, because I don't think anybody can get to the top goal alone. Like you can get by, but if you feel like you got to that top, I mean, you're going to win regardless, but if you want to bust through that, you need some help. You need a partner. You need some support, no matter what it is.
Right.
You need that.
No, that's what's up, man. So, and I only say that because I'll be trying to tell like some of the younger people, like, yo, I get it. You want to be doing, you know, parties, whatever, but at the same token, is like, yo, if you find a good situation and don't put your age or don't limit it, like like you said, you've been building this, you know, for this amount of time. Like, yo, you could be living a good life at 35, 40 instead of waiting till you're 60, kind of thing.
Right.
You know, and you ain't got to worry about, are they with me because I'm up, or are they with me like when I really needed them? This is when I needed them.
Real talk. Yeah, you're gonna be getting into the bag by yourself, and then once you get to the bag, are you gonna trust who really gonna be by your side then? Like, yeah, you got to build with the person.
Right.
Real stuff. Real
No,
talk.
no, that's super dope, man. Well, I definitely wish both of y'all nothing but success, man. I definitely want to see more of the projects and stuff that you got going on. You know, you got any classes or anything that you're gonna be teaching this year?
To be honest, I think about that. I personally don't think I'm ready, which I shouldn't think like that, because I know I'm ready, but it's in the works. I just got to figure out how I'm gonna mold it.
Okay. No, I tell people it's not something easy, because like if you're really doing the work, so it's like it's hard to do the work and, you know, help people. So you kind of got to get your stuff set up so that you can fully help people that need the help.
But yeah, what I try to do is I'm just like, yo, come to the site with me. If there's anybody that are serious, because a lot of people, they like to. There was a point where, and it still happens. They'll DM me, or they'll reach out to me and say, hey man, try and pick my brain, and in the back of my head, I'm like, you really don't. You just want to see what I got going on or whatever. Like, if you serious, listen, come meet me at one of my projects. I'll tell you, you know, when I'm going there, and we can talk there. You can see everything I'm doing. So that's how I kind of run it now. But yeah, I think a class is going to be in session. So
It's something brewing.
yeah, for sure.
Well, definitely, I'm saying, yo, 100% supportive. Let me know when you drop the class so I can share it and, you know, support.
Need you there, man.
Well, however you want to do it. Look, I'm all about
Yeah.
collaboration. Let me know, man.
Yeah.
But you know, just definitely salute and let us know. So, are you taking on more jobs now for full rehabs, or just, you know, home remodel, kitchen baths?
Yeah, I prefer those full rehabs, or if it's a nice kitchen and bath, full kitchen bath remodel. I'm all for it. Bring it on.
Okay. All right. Well, definitely. How can people reach you if they want to get in contact with you?
Damn, I'm on my business page now. Go on the link. And my website is right there. You can put a request in on the link.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, is there anything that we didn't touch on that you like, yo, I gotta tell the people this, good, bad, or indifferent?
Nah, I mean, I kind of touched on it earlier. It's like, if you're really trying to, you know, work for yourself, or you got a dream, just believe in yourself and take the proper steps to get there. And the proper steps is reach out to people who's been doing what you're trying to do, or close, or what have you. And don't be scared. Reach out to them. I'm sure they'll tell you whatever, because if they can feel you serious, they'll tell you whatever. If not, they just a-holes. But yeah, believe in yourself and just push through. Like, you got this. We all got it. No matter.
That's what's up. We
Yep.
definitely, we definitely appreciate it, man. I hear the kids in the background. They want, you know, I know how that goes. So definitely, man, definitely appreciate you. BDheadquarters.com. You guys need a contractor or some services, licensed and insured here in Philadelphia. So definitely reach out to Dane Davis and his wife, Britt Davis. You know, they got you. So definitely appreciate you, Dane. We will be talking, and we definitely connect, try to figure out about the class situation.
Let's go.
All right. Well, thank you again, Dane.
No problem.
Have a good one.
All right, you too, bro.